It seems to me possible, perhaps even desirable, that I may be the only person in these four walls who's committed to the folly of writing, trying to write, or even failing to write a novel. And when I asked myself, as your invitation to speak to you about modern fiction made me ask myself, what demon whispered in my ear and urged me to my doom? Perhaps it was the figure of a man. Or a woman who said, "Brown, catch me if you can." Come along. That's it, come on. As I was saying, my belief is that men and women write novels because they are led onto the idea of creating some character which, the convincingness of characters, well, the plot counts, the style counts, originality of outlet counts, but none of these count quite so much as the characters. And if I speak to you with intolerable egotism, I will ask you to excuse me. Excuse me. Ah, there you are. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce to you the formidable and highly creative Sarah Kane and Sylvia Plath. Sylvia Plath, a Pulitzer Prize winner American poet. Sylvia Plath was a stunning, impressive poet, novelist and short story writer. She was also the first poet to win the prize posthumously for her work, The Collected Poems. Sarah Kane, a British playwright. Her plays dealt unsurprisingly with the themes of death, sex, violence and mental illness, and are characterised by an increasing poetic intensity.
Oh, that makes sense now.
Does it?
Yeah.
All right. Yes, I think Kate is very fucking stupid.
So paraphrasing the novel, the idea is, what's she doing in the hotel room in the first place? Well educated, brilliantly promising, being now in a different middle age.
Well, she's going to get raped. And it's utterly tragic that this happens to her.
Instead of working and writing, I freeze into dreams, unable to take delusions of rejection.
I did have nights during rehearsals of Blasted. Wanted to go home and cry and say, how could I create such a beautiful woman in order for her to be so abused?
Absurd! I'm inclined to go passive and let Ted be my social self, simply because we are never apart.
I really did feel a bit sick and depraved.
How many couples could stand to be so together? The minute we get to London, I must strike out on my own.
Part of that was to do with the fact that there was no sort of overwhelming sense that Kate came out on top.
Instead of working and writing, I freeze into dreams, unable to take delusions of rejection.
Had there have been, I'm sure I would have felt completely exonerated.
I must never become a mere mother or housewife. I will hate a child that substitutes itself for my own purpose. So, I must take my own.
don't think in the end. These people do come out on top.
I am what I am, not what other people want me to be.
I am what I am, not what other people want me to be.
I am what I am, not what other people want me to be.
I am what I am,
Not what other people want me to be.
I am what I am.
Not what other people want me to be.
I am what I am,
Not what other people want me to be.
I am what I am.
Not what other people want me to be.
Let me pull myself out of these waters, but they heap themselves on me. They stretch me between their great shoulders. I am turned, I am tumbled, I am stretched among these long lights, these long waves, these endless paths of people pursuing, 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 pursuing. Tell no one.
Haphazard events like any other. A stream of 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 haphazard events like any other.
A stream that runs into a salty ocean. A stream that does not. A stream that runs into a salty ocean.
Tell no one.
Pet dreams of killing animals. Bears, donkeys, kittens, me or the baby. Ill-advised said yesterday, and I wish it were realistic. Of course I want Broadway. I want an easy street. 10 years since my successful 17 publication, and a cold voice says,
What have you done? What have you done?
and I take an equally cold look at myself, and I realize I've done nothing except study for it and teach a year. Writing is my health, and if I could break through my self-consciousness and just enjoy things for their own sake, instead of what resents and acclaim I receive. November 7th, 1959. And I must never become a mere mother or housewife. The challenge of a baby when I am so uninformed and unproductive as a writer. Friday, March 3rd, Saturday. 3 days since my operation, and I myself again, the tough, gossipy, curious, enchanting entity that I have been for so long. Tuesday I was so drugged, I knew nothing, and nothing bothered me. Wednesday the drugs wore off, and I felt pretty sick and resentful for the livelihood of this ward. But today, I threw off my fetters, and I had a wash, and I took my first laborious goat shit. Please be seated. Pens, paper. Write this down. I saw my life branching out before me like a big fig tree in the story. And as I sat in the crotch of this fig tree, unable to decide which of the figs I would choose. Oh, I wanted each and every one of them, but choosing one meant losing all the rest. And as I sat there, unable to decide, one by one, the figs began to wrinkle and turn black, and they plopped to the ground at my feet. I'll start over. And as I sat there, unable to decide, the figs began to wrinkle and go black, and one by one, they plopped to the ground at my feet. Thank you.
You can get up now.
How do we continue to live when life becomes so painful, so unbearable? Blasted really is a hopeful play because they do actually continue to scrape a life out of the ruins. There's now a very famous photograph of a woman hanging from a tree by her neck. That's shocking. That's a lack of hope. My plays are only a shadowy representation of a reality that's far harder to stomach.
Take hold of this, will you?
Yeah, sure.
Here you go. Okay. You ready? Okay.
Yeah,
There you go. Here you go. Okay. You're
Thank you.
I'm trying to go fast. Cheers.
Thank you.
There you go. This is so much fun. You see? Sorry about that.
Thank you.
Be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as
So, this boy,
His name was Eric.
Eric told me Hyde slept with his first woman.
Well, Eric went to a Southern prep school which specialized in building all-round gentlemen.
So one Saturday, Eric and his classmates took a bus into the nearest city and visited a notorious whorehouse.
Eric's whore hadn't even taken her dress off.
She was fat, middle-aged, with dye-red hair, suspiciously thick lips, and rat-colored skin.
It wasn't all it was cracked up to be.
I said maybe if you loved a woman, it wouldn't seem so boring.
Just an animal, just like the rest of them.
I shut the door and leaned back against it, feeling the blood drain from my face in one spectacular flush.
Why, Esther, what nurse the matter?
I wondered when John would realize the blood trickling down my legs, oozing stickily into each black painted leather shoe. Is the nurse here?
No, she's on night duty at care plan.
Good. I lean back.
You look funny.
You better get a doctor.
Why?
Quick!
Oh my God. What is there?
I think I'm hemorrhaging.
Who is that man?
For one crazy moment I thought John would refuse to call a doctor until I confessed the whole story at Owen, and then after that she would refuse as some sort of punishment. Oh, somebody! Get it down!
Move on.
Never again, I swear to Christ.
If I lose my voice, I'm through.
Still here?
But I won't.
Not this time.
Not me.
Not yet.
It's like waiting for your hair to grow. That's me. Exist in the swing. Never still. Never one thing or the other. Always moving from one extreme to the furthest reaches of the other.
Sweet.
One touch.
So fucking sweet.
Record.
Where's my personality gone?
I'm too old for this.
Couldn't love you less.
Couldn't love you more.
To be perfectly honest,
When am I ever perfectly honest?
take no more.
This never happened.
What I sometimes mistake for ecstasy is simply an absence of grief.
Fear nothing.
All or nothing.
None of it.
All of it. None. I'm an emotional plagiarist, stealing other people's pain, subsuming it into my own until
I can't remember
Whose?
anymore.
maybe you're all right.
Maybe I'm bad.
But God has blessed me with the mark of Kane.
Wait.
Don't know.
Date.
Don't know.
Fate.
Don't know.
If I lose my voice, I'm fucked.
Shit on a plate. This enthusiastic or your mud will take you apart.
Get the nightmen in.
My life is nothing special.
A stream of haphazard events like any other.
A stream that runs into a salty ocean that stings, it stings, but it does not kill.
You're dead to me.
An act of love.
You're not my mother.
We were many things.
Something clicked.
But I don't say that we were ever in love.
Found her, loved her, lost her.
End.
Something has lifted.
Above the city,
Before the shit started.
outside the city,
Another dream.
across the river that runs in shadows, one wish.
Cool summer and mild winter.
No fights, no floods.
Darkness surrounds collapsing star.
Long deep sleep with you in my arms.
No one, nothing, no shit.
Assimilated but not obliterated.
Peace.
A simply glare of no single source.
A pale gold sea under a pale pink sky.
A distant bell across the empty sea.
Clouds converge as I see I am on a globe.
Waves sob like a pulse.
Here I am, once again in the darkness. Here I am.
On the edge of nothing.
Here I am.
Hold my hand.
Glory be to the Father,
Beyond the darkness.
and ever shall be.
Into the light.
It comes back to this.
Gaining time.
It comes back to
The
me.
losing the light.
It comes back to this.
Fat and shiny and dead, dead, dead serene.
I can't save you.
And clean.
Other lives
No fucker can.
rolled into a ball. I crossed a river.
You made love by a river. Forget!
Fuck me.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Rape me.
Yes.
Rape me!
Possible?
Lord, my body can't cure my soul.
I am so tired. I keep coming back.
Be the one!
I am what I am.
Sarah! Tell us a bit about your play, 448 Psychosis.
On the page it looks a bit like a poem. No characters are named and even their numbers unspecified. It could be a journey through one person's mind or an interview between a doctor and his patient.
Perhaps it's been written with a certain knowledge that it would be performed posthumously. Is there any truth to this?
No, you don't understand. I'm trying to show how anyone who has suffered from depression will understand the way my writing uses the language, the way in which the sufferers get trapped in repetitive loops of useless thought and feeling.
Sarah, some see it as a suicide note, but it's not hard to see it as a deeply personal howl of pain. Is that what you wanted to achieve?
No, you're twisting it. You don't understand.
What about your play, Crave?
It's a poetic, a musical quartet of 4 voices of great formal beauty, with echoes of the Bible, the Book of Common Prayer, and T.S. Eliot. It shows how the pain, the memories, the despair, the inequality of love pulses through the play, like a throbbing, infected wound.
I see.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, your other work hasn't been received very well. Blasted was described as a feast of filth. What do you make of that?
It's not my fault people don't understand my work.
But your bleak dramatic vision doesn't help.
What do you mean by that?
It's clear that Blasted was influenced by your own observation of life.
Yes, and?
Well, that just proves your clinical depression affects your work.
Well, of course it does. What sort of a stupid question is that? Writers take personal experiences and use it in their work. That's how great work is created.
So you agree?
Well, I just agreed, didn't I?
You're getting very defensive.
Excuse me?
Thank you for your time.
You're dismissing me just like that.
I have what I need.
But you haven't listened to me.
Thank you for your time, Sarah.
How will you ever understand if you don't listen?
Goodbye, Sarah Kane.
I am what I am, not what other people want me to be. I'm not writing about sexual politics. The problems I'm addressing are the ones that we have as human beings. An overemphasis on sexual politics or racial or class is a diversion from our main problem. Class, gender and race diversions are symptomatic of societies that are trying to get rid of the threat of violence, not the cause. My only responsibility as a writer is to the truth, however unpleasant that may be. When people talk about me as a writer, that's what I am. Not anything based on my age, my gender, my sexuality, my race or my class. One thing I don't think is the responsibility of the writer is to tell people what to think about the play afterwards. I can't do it. It's not what I am. I am what I am, not what other people want me to be.
Patch and paint and paste a look onto my face.
My life in black and white and in reverse.
No. No.
Don't forget decorum.
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 No.
Don't forget decorum. Don't forget decorum.
No.
Don't forget decorum.
No.
Don't forget decorum.
No.
Don't forget decorum. Don't forget decorum.
No.
Don't forget decorum. Don't forget decorum.
No.
Don't forget decorum.
No.
Black oak, black boat, two black cut paper people. Where do the black trees go that drink here? The shadows must cover Canada. A little light is filtering from the waterflowers. Their leaves do not wish to hurry. They are round and flat and full of dark advice. Cold words shake from the oar. The spirit of blackness is in us. It is in the fishes. A snag is lifting a valedictory pale hand. Stars open among the lilies. Are you not blinded by such expressionless silence? This is the silence.
Come.
Standing souls.
Tell no one.
Come.
All I could do was to offer you an opinion on one minor point. A woman must have money and a room of her own if she is going to write fiction. And that leaves the great problem of the true nature of woman and the true nature of fiction unsolved. Therefore, I've come to the conclusion upon these two questions. Woman and fiction, as I am concerned, unresolved problems.